Oh, so does every, like... Okay, so that was the sun path, and now we're on the moon path.
Yeah, a number of dungeons
was that reliant on, like, the time of day?
No.
No. They're just signifying there's different paths.
Yeah.
Okay.
A bunch of dungeons have different paths, that some are important, some aren't as. You normally have to explore pretty much everywhere, though. Except for star paths, which will come up in a bit, but we don't move down those for a while.
Yeah.
Okay, so branching paths become, like, more of a part of this now?
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah, it's just kind of that you need to visit them all, just because it's like, oh, I'll go through this dungeon some more, and instead of just making it a linear path, they're like, well, dungeons would split off, right? Like, it's just a visual cue. It doesn't
By the way,
mean
didn't
anything
find
different.
any new boxes.
As we descend back into the train underworld.
Next to the ever-burning torches.
Set upon us by the progenitors. Here, before the trains were ever here.
Ah, yes, core 2.
So it turns out I do not have enough space for core 2.
You have to remove the voice chip.
I will never remove the voice chip.
Never not Steve. Never not talking slingshot.
Oh, like, so what's taking up the too much room?
All
just
our
the
shit.
Various,
We got a lot of shit, Matt. Didn't you
Various
realize we were
parts on it.
hoarders?
I guess I'm surprised that, like, every part takes up a certain amount of space instead of there just being slots.
Oh yeah, it's how they prevent you from just, like, having the
come
good
now.
gun.
Matt,
on
please
it.
come. Matt, please. The game would just be ever more frustrating if you had to gamble to see if you had inventory space. Three sevens,
I hate
guess
you.
like I'm fixed forever. Aw, cherries, fuck!
I got Curly.
Those oysters, man. Ruining his day.
Constantly I'm tormented by these oysters.
I don't know if they're clams
Yeah.
or oysters, but shellfish that have removed his ability to consume
It is in
food.
the oyster cracker eating I think they're
It is-
supposed to be...
Yeah, like it's a chowder, so you'd think it'd be clams, but at the same time, it's eating oyster crackers. Internet,
Yeah,
Internet, I'm sorry, you don't need to know about this, but at the same time, like, you're welcome, because Curly is in constant torment, and I just wanted you to know.
If you're wondering, we're talking about the fucking, like, Three Stooges Nintendo game.
Thanks for ruining it, Matt.
Where you're trying to raise money to save the orphanage from generic bad guy. So what's White Seal? Is that we can't heal?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can't use items, I think.
I think you are correct, items in general are turned off, but I know definitely healing items are.
Yeah.
So I think we can still use repair powder.
Yeah, well, you have to be able to, because otherwise you're not be able to finish it. It is worth noting that just in general, white seals just suck. They're not, like, hard, they're just miserable.
Yeah, I remember that was the first... I think the first place we died was a White Seal.
Seals just aren't fun, is the thing. Like, I don't think they've thought about when doing it, is like, it doesn't actually do much for you. The idea of, like, the blue seal being like, oh, you can't use Monica, is like, okay, well, I guess I can't use the person who's good against some of these enemies then, you know? And red seals just suck because you can't even use the ride pods. It's like, try to deal with really durable enemies when you can't use a robot.
Yeah, no, that's the thing that would make, like, Red Seal suck less if it wasn't, like, alright, you can only play Monica. Now here's, like, 9 million golems.
No, it's fine. It's fine. You can use your awesome sunflower powers to punch him in the face. Rocks are weak against grass types, right?
Oh, you can knock out the tribesman through a shield.
I thought so.
Yeah, just not when he's charging, I don't think, though.
Also, man, that wrench is kicking ass now.
Yeah, but it ain't no frozen tuna.
Oh, broke. Or maybe we can't repair?
Hold on, I think I'm contemplating this. Perhaps we'll never know because I switched to another sword. This curved sword.
Ah yes, Gladius, the sword of ancient Rome.
No need to use a scimitar anymore.
That's sashimi.
A sashimitar, of course. My favorite variety of sushi.
Now I'll just switch to the chopper.
But can we get to it?
I mean, we did. Oh man, there's the egg.
Oh, good. I was very worried for a moment there. Now here we see a mother elephant in their home guarding a very careful elephant egg. And doing as humans were meant to do, and harvesting the bones and souls of weaker creatures. You'd think its size and girth would make it more powerful, but no.
I mean, we got, like, water elemental from it.
And we got Eevee.
Look, Matt, I didn't see us capturing any Pokemon there. We were not equipped. Please stop inserting non sequiturs into this conversation. Thanks.
Humble Pop Pumper Stank.
Appreciate, Charlie. I always appreciate your valuable contributions.
Alright,
Unlike
one
Matt
of these
and his
or all of
non-sequiturs.
these are mimics.
What are you talking about? Obviously all of them are treasure. Look at that. We got a rolling log out of that chest. Excellent treasure.
Oh, shouldn't have shot that elephant.
I didn't, I shot the treasure.
Ah yes, like Knights of the Round. So you can share it with your friends.
As opposed to,
My enemies.
Gauntlet. Where you get ridiculed for it.
Where you just destroy it and you look like an ass.
Dark Souls 2 where you get rubbish.
Dark Souls 1 where you get rubbish.
Dark Souls 1 you get garbage, but you don't get rubbish.
No, you get rubbish.
Yeah, it's rubbish.
And rubbish is also in chests that come after bosses. Because it's Dark Souls.
Well, that's a different sort of situation, though, because in Dark Souls 2, you get rubbish whenever you break a chest.
Renewable.
At first, some people thought this was a pro strat because they started trapping chests in Dark Souls 2. But then they realized that, no way, you just get garbage out of it.
Listen, garbage has its uses.
Not enough of a use. There's more of a use in Dark Souls 1, I will admit, but in Dark Souls 2, no, not really.
Oh wow, and then these were actually just chests next to each
Feed
other.
me your garbage. Your plastic cups and cans. But never feed me glass. That will give me a tummy ache.
Shit, what's
You've
that
heard it
from?
first from Charlie. Never feed him glass, it'll give him a tummy ache. Now everyone please go out and fetch your garbage and deliver it in the YouTube comments right here for him to absorb. Thank you.
Oh right, that's the fucking park ranger trash can.
You are
that
correct, it
talks a
is in
lot.
fact Charlie. Thank you, Matt, for agreeing with me. I
Okay,
really
yeah, we
appreciate your
can't
love and support.
We can't refuel the ride pod, which I guess that our bad for not refueling it before we came in.
See, that's one of the things about the game that's just kind of garbage. Like, they do this, and you can just, like, not heal yourself before coming in. It sucks. It's a weird, it's just kind of a holdover, like, oh, but RPGs and punishing things,
At
right?
least we don't get thirsty.
Yeah.
Also, I agree, Steve. These guys are tough.
Imagine no Estes area of Dark Souls.
I mean, it's honestly a little more feasible than this, because if you're good enough and well equipped enough, it's easier to not get hit in Dark Souls than it is in this game. Now, if this did Dark Souls
Yeah.
damage, though, we'd be on another conversation.
Yeah, there's some maneuverability in this game, but it seems very like Punch and Judy.
Is that
It's
a
the stand-
band?
No, Punch and Judy is those. You remember like those puppets that just hit each other?
You mean Rock'em Sock'em Robots? Or the Bad Clown?
The Dark Carnival, yeah. Can you still use the healing fountain during this level?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, he used it.
I'm saving
Okay,
it.
I missed it.
Or,
Oh, you used it for Monica.
yeah.
Yeah, so, the idea with this is generally like the kind of Legend of Zelda combat, but even more simple. I mean, 64 Legend of Zelda, obviously. In that it's targeted enemies, circle
64
strafe,
Legend of
hit
Zelda
them,
had like
back
lock on
up.
and circle strafe and backflips and you
Yeah,
had
they
a
had
shield.
backflips and guarding, which, like, this does have guarding, but it's real clumsy instead of, like, quick fast. But it's trying to balance itself by having, you know, numbers as opposed to Legend of Zelda.
Yeah, there's elemental damage.
Yeah, and shit like that. But, like, honestly, all of that just kind of gets calculated in the background. You're never really going to actively think about it beyond, like, this dude's a rock, therefore Max should hit him. Max doesn't have fancy Nippon steel folded over 1,000 times. Instead, just has his wrench folded over 1,000 times.
Man, you're getting Shrek'd here.
Though I do think this thing might be more resistant to my thing due to my thing using electricity, I think.
Yeah, elements have weird stacks, and it generally, while wrenches will generally hit things that are blunt pretty hard, there's this thing that will happen that whatever element is the highest on a weapon of the, like, non-type elements, because you've got the type
Oh, we
elements
can
like
still use...
beast
No,
and
we
scale.
can't.
But you've also got, like, the other ones that are like, you know, the lightning, or cyclone and chill. And
Right.
whatever one of those is highest will actually, like, be illustrated in how the weapon does things. Like, whenever Monica was hitting things
Oh,
with
we
her
can
sword, for
use
example,
bombs.
we would see the green, which was the signature of Cyclone, being the damage output from it.
I guess, yeah, white heal
Right,
is
yeah,
only
you can
is only healing items. You can use bombs.
Yeah, okay. That comes which makes sense, since you can still use repair patterns.
But you can't use the jerry can, even though it's, like, highlighted and flashing.
I think it's highlighted and flashing because you can't use it.
No,
it's
that's what
highlighting and
it's...
flashing because it suggests that it's something to be used because you're low on fuel.
It's dumb.
They didn't think out everything 100%.
Yeah, it's not like how, you know...
You know,
Not
I
like
know
some
I know
games...
Sorry, you go.
Not like some games where if you have a frying pan on your ass, it counts as armor. It's not that well thought out.
You know, I know I've heard it 1,000 times when Max uses his charge attack, but damn, have I never really picked up and, like, internalized the fact that every time he uses his charge attack, he goes, "Hiya!" Like,
That's how you can tell he's a strong boy.
yeah, very, very sturdy boy, ready and strapping, ready to go.
And yeah, just like Link.
Yep, you got it.
Wow, that wrench is just crushing those.
Even a green boy, so...
I mean, like we talked about, wrenches are just generally good at breaking apart big, heavy things.
Yeah, it seems like it's doing about as good a job as the ride pod.
I mean, honestly, it generally should be, because the ride pod, overall, its weapons aren't specifically made to care about weaknesses. It's just cared to be strong.
Well, I thought its weapons were like meant for big things, and then it did
Not
more damage against small things.
specifically, no. The ride pod just generally does high damage.
Yeah, it does
And-
high damage, and some things it's not weak. Like, some things have resistances to things that are not the ride pod.
Yeah, some things have resistances to small things, but it's not that the ride pod is strong against them, it's that the enemies are strong against everything else.
Right, I guess that's what I meant, and I'm surprised that the golem takes like regular damage from our wrench.
It is a
Right.
little surprising, but honestly, if they made just shitloads of ride pod enemies, it would suck, because you can't constantly be refilling your ride pod. And in fact, it's even worse in White Seal areas, because remember, ride pod's HP isn't just when it gets hit,
Oh,
it
we
drains
got-
over
Yeah,
time.
it just
'cause
runs
it's
down.
fuel.
Yeah.
We got 3 breads we can totally use here.
But how many breads have you eaten in your life?
Imagine eating a bread.
I don't even know what he got hit on there. Whoop,
It hit the
banana peel.
I think it either hit the post on the bridge or it just falls backwards at the end of a charge. Yeah, it just
It's
does
cute
that.
that you call it a charge.
What'd you call it?
More of a debit, really. But I'm just. I don't know, just a hustle. Give him the good old hustle.
Yeah, he's got a good hustle. We found some cloth.
Yeah,
I imagine a charge
practically-
like leaning forward and sprinting, like what the fucking Rams do.
Yeah, I mean, he's practically making us play Bubsy with this hustle.
Yeah, this guy's just giving a good old hustle. The BG hustle. See, look at that. He just like has a casual jog forward. Like, I'm gonna get you.
So what enemy sends us to Adventures in the Magic Kingdom?
All of them, unfortunately. Didn't you realize we were already there, Matt?
Looks like we got them all.
Yeah, we gotta choose the right train track to go down, or we're fucking bonered.
Matt, did you not realize the subtitle to this game, Dark Cloud 2 Adventures in the Magic Kingdom?
Two.
Oh, no, I missed that.
Can't wait for them to bring
Really?
that into Kingdom Hearts.
Really, it
3.
was interestingly proactive to make a sequel to 2 games at the same time and make them 1 game.
I mean, that's what Kingdom Hearts is most of the time.
I suppose so.
Except it's a sequel to 2 of itself.
And Kingdom Hearts 3 is gonna be Adventures in the Magic Kingdom 3.
Oh, but 2 of itself is equivalent to 1 of any other actual thought-out game.
I
Listen,
don't know. There's a lot of game in Kingdom Hearts. It's just kind of all over the place.
listen, Asm or Zanhart or whatever wants to make 13 copies of himself to do a thing. That's why it's
Right,
called
yeah, well,
Organization
it's-
13. The other nobodies just kind of showed up.
I heard that the 13 was specifically the 13 of his closest allies, not specifically 13 copies of himself.
No, his end goal is to make 13 copies of himself.
I suppose. So he temporarily well, as long as I don't have excellent people like myself, I'll take you scrubs
That's
in the
why
meantime.
there's that's why everyone's Asm or Zanhart or Riku as being Asm or Zanhart or
I know you're trying to say the name, but the word soup it creates is just so articulate of what fucking Kingdom Hearts lore is.
Listen, your nobody name is an anagram of your name with an X somewhere in it.
Oh yes, me, the deadly Maxis.
No, it's Exma.
It's Axamix.
I only have 1 vowel. It would end up with 2 X's and an M. Audience, please in the comments below, explain to me what my fucking nobody name is. I will take your answers, thank you.
Are we putting a cross on this building?
No, that's just a Starland.
Okay.
Please,
Blessing
these
it
people
by
don't
the
know
Holy
Jesus.
Spirit.
Dude, I don't know. Oh, yeah, it is a star lamp. Okay.
Let's see, I mean, Max, you have a better time than Matt does with his nobody name.
That is true. Your quantity of consonants to vowels is utterly abysmal for that.
I know, does
Yeah.
nobody name go off your true name?
Well, that adds more consonants than it does vowels.
Yeah, that's not actually gonna help, because that adds an H and a W and only 1 E. I presume you're Matthew instead of Matthias.
Yes, no, I am not a Redwall character.
I don't know, I can picture you being a mouse, the giant of a mouse you are.
I mean, you Redwall character or fucking Mennonite.
That's my favorite internet quiz, Redwall character or Mennonite.
It's a very, very short quiz.
Basically 1 question. And the answer is yes to both.
I meant Mennonite, same thing, right?
I don't know why. Like the Mennonite thing was funny to me alone.
I mean, man, they're like Amish.
Mennonite is my fucking favorite thing.
Like-
Holy shit.
Like,
Mennonite, the Anabaptist.
listen, a Mennonite and like they're the same. They both can't use like technology in their house, and they also have to give you a sword before you fight them.
Okay, guys, Metaknight or Mennonite.com is available.
Thank you for my new fucking podcast name. Okay, goodbye.
You see, you're dealing with dark Mennonites when they don't give you the sword.
I cannot handle this reality anymore. Dark Mennonites, the ones that use slightly more technology to bring in the cocaine and don't give you a sword. Welcome to the true Dark Mennonite.
Oh, fuck. Also, man, after that White Seal room, this is a much, it's a kinder, gentler room. Also, did we start with full health now?
Yeah,
we
you
healed
always
between
start with full
stuff?
health in the beginning of dungeons.
Well, because the ride pod started with like
Yeah, that's
40
because
something
it's
HP.
ride
Yeah,
pod.
the ride pod counts as an inventory item. I misjudged one thing I said earlier because I forgot. It's been a while since I played the game, but yeah, the ride pod is basically arbitrary robot that can't actually regenerate flesh like a real
Well, yes,
human
you
being.
can't like just regenerate fuel. We're not like,
Yeah, come on, we gotta go to Saudi Arabia for that.
no, it's toward Texas.
Yeah, Saudi, Texas, you're right.
Oh man, we need Smash B scale.
Listen, we just gotta go into the future where all the plant matter from this era has turned into dinosaur blood. And
You know, as simultaneously stupid as that sounds, I kind of love that as a conceit for something now. People from the past using a time machine to go to the future and steal their oil.
That sounds like reverse of whatever the hell that ABC show was.
You mean Terra Nova?
Yeah, that one. Where because the future was too overpopulated, we went to dinosaur time.
Hey, what is space travel but time travel?
I know
It's
there
true.
was a book by Terry Pratchett that was it was Earth got overpopulated, so people started doing it, going to alternate dimensions of Earth.
Isn't that
what's
how fucking Nuclear Throne happens also?
Probably. I don't fucking know the actual plot. of
Is
Nuclear
there
Throne.
a plot
There
to
is,
Nuclear
yeah.
but
Throne?
I don't want to recall.
It's
I
like
like
that
not to.
every other dimension had an apocalypse except for the one where all the cops live.
So this one is less there was an apocalypse and more that just that's how colonization happened. So some people would be pioneers, and just like the longer amount of times you ventured out to the next dimension over, like the more isolated it would be. And so it was just about following people who are going about doing this. I never read it myself, but I love Terry Pratchett's works, and so therefore I'm probably going to suggest it despite not knowing what is like too much
Listen, you
specifics.
just gotta imagine like it's a chessboard, and like the farther you go down is like in different layers of the chessboard.
Yep, that good old four-dimensional chess.
And you get to the layer where it's like all they live, and then but you cast your shadow onto the chessboard above you. But if you go a certain amount of time, you get disconnect, and you just kind of disappear from your original chessboard.
You know, the
And
best
you're-
thought is like if like a fourth-dimensional being wanted to play like 3D chess, like how we play 2D chess, they could have like, you know, a chess cube and still be able to reach into it without actually ever disturbing the pieces because they're reaching from the fourth dimension.
Yeah, just like the movie Cube 2 Hypercube.
Exactly, where they played chess repeatedly
Also,
for hours.
If we ever play Jack's Wonderland, can we use it to play the Zyborn clock?
Look, alright, 4 chests at the edge of a cliff.
As the first one falls off, it projects itself onto the last one.
See, you'd think that, but no, you actually castle it with your king.
We'd
and separate
also
it
have
over
to
the
know
side.
do the fucking the Flavor Town part of it too.
Oh right, yeah, the green beam's the Flavor Town.
Look, Guy Fieri, Bishop of Super Chess, it has my vote. Alright? That's all you need to know.
Also, you could argue in Cube 2 they were playing the human game of chess. Where everyone died.
Funny game. Only way to win is not chess.
The only way to
Of
win
course.
is to have sex until you're a skeleton.
Yeah, not to chess, because who plays chess and has sex? Come on now.
I don't know.
The people from that
Hasbro?
musical about chess, which gives us freaking...
Oh yeah, One Night in Bangkok.
Yeah, that had a lot of sex in chess.
Wait, that's a musical about chess?
It is at least a song with a music video.
Yeah, no, remember Amanda told us that one time. Yeah, it was from a musical.
Yeah, about a Thai chess tournament.
Yeah.
Which is why the lyrics are "One night in Bangkok,
And it's a metaphor for the Cold War because it's an American guy versus a Russian guy.
Right,
And they
yeah,
both have a love triangle.
Right, yeah, one night in Bangkok makes everyone fail at chess. Of course.
Well, no, he's
Yeah.
talking about how, like, he could indulge in all, like the fucking sin, but he has to keep his mind, like, pure for chess.
He has to keep his mind and body focused to defeat the
Sure, you
Russians.
guys.
Yeah.
My mind is just like chess, the powerful Jesus of this universe. Truly, chess died for your sins.
Wish I'd spent more time loving you and less time training my body and mind to kill you in a machete fight.
But you know, once that machete fight comes up, god damn it, you'll be prepared. If only
That
more
was a
real-life
critically-
relationships.
That was a critically unappreciated movie.
If only more real-life relationships were like
What
Resident Evil
movie
4.
was that?
Walk Hard, the Dewey Cox story. Starring John C. Reilly. It's a really good comedy that just, I think, got marketed badly and just no one saw.
My silence would generally tend to agree. The immense amount of silence coming from me would tend to agree with the fact that, no one ever saw it.
I don't know.
Yeah, no, like, I don't think...
Not
yeah,
even
no,
you. I
it-
don't even know how you know any of the quotes from it, because you didn't see it.
That movie never existed, Matt.
Matt, stop
Matt.
talking about alternate timelines for your fourth dimensional hyper chess cube.
Oh man, now we can make the part church.
And a star lamp on a brick house.
Oh yeah, it's my favorite Garth Brooks song.
So who do you think saw more of that movie or the actual movie Breaking 2 Electric Boogaloo?
I think Breaking 2 has been seen... Man, I don't know. I think Breaking
Look,
2
anytime you
made a
put-
profit.
Anytime you put Electric Boogaloo on something means that someone, somewhere, is gonna go see it. You know, Starlight on Brick House 2, Electric Boogaloo, you know?
Yeah, I remember we also discovered, and I don't know why we were surprised by this, but the company that made Breakin' 2 also made the original Breakin'.
Well, no, it's because it was Canon Films and they made a
Oh
bunch
yeah,
of sequels.
Breaking 2, Breaking Bad, of course.
No, they made a bunch of sequels to movies they didn't make the original of, I think, what is it? Charles Bronson
Oh yeah,
movie.
yeah. They made Death Wish 2, Death Wish 3, Death Wish 5,
You know-
I think.
I know we just bought a bunch of hunk of copper, but really, I can't love up to a piece of metal that much. Could we get a hunk of flesh or a hunk of meat?
Remember Superman 4?
Oh yeah, they fucking made Superman for the Quest for Peace.
Yeah. Fucking radioactive
gem.
man. In the Wall of China vision.
Finally, someone can see it from space.
Let's see, They
But yeah, they also made Breakin' 3, which was retitled into something else because it was not about breakdancing anymore. It was in fact about rapping.
Real talk for a moment though about Great Wall of China.
wasn't it just
right?
called breaking, rapping?
Yeah, it was just called rapping.
Okay, but real talk for a moment about how they mentioned my terrible shitty joke about Great Wall of China and anything related to that. I felt so fucking betrayed as a child when I learned that like you can't actually see the Great Wall of China from space. Like, well, that was just a thing that everyone said, and like, it, of course, blatantly isn't true because you can't even see like fucking highways from space. But like, the fact when I learned that wasn't true, I was like, oh, why? My entire life is a lie. I don't know what to believe anymore.
But I mean, you could see it from
Up is
space
down,
if you
left
have
is down. Also,
like you can have
it's
it see it
strange.
from space if you have like a good enough telescope.
I mean, sure, but even by then you'd be seeing roads over it because roads are
Yeah, you
generally
could see the
wider than
fucking
it.
you could see the fucking Tevatron from space. Tevatron is maybe a mile in diameter.
What's the Tevatron?
That's the particle accelerator at Fermilab.
Oh.
It is exactly a
Yeah,
mile
the thing that brought around the end of the universe and exactly why you saw it from space.
Yeah. I think it actually got shut down because there's after the Large Hadron Collider came into existence, there was a lot less demand for it, and so they replaced it with a different particle accelerator experiment.
There could only be one particle accelerator.
If you don't have the best particle accelerator, no one gives a shit.
That's part of like the uncertainty principle.
I want to note something about the sword's lore reading that right there. Legendary sword made by the white-bearded owl's artisan. So it's not made by the owl itself. It's made by its artisan.
Yeah, us.
But,
Yeah, that owl's commissioned a lot of fine arts.
but so by default, since we just constructed it, that's us. Apparently
owl's
that
the one who
owl's
lives-
hired us?
Yeah, the owl in Lynn's hut.
But that
It's
owl
one
didn't do
owl.
shit.
You don't know that.
Well, I know it. I was watching when he spoke to that owl.
No, Max, we are rewriting the future.
Yeah. Fucking.
Yeah, not the future where it hired us. Apparently that never happened.
Hey, it's Loud Jazz
It's
Bistro.
commissioned, but
No, it
pro
hired-
bono. Yeah, like we worked for exposure, Max.
Like, this is a terrible deal. Other Max in the game, please get your shit together. Stop making swords for this shitty piece of owl.
Listen, he's a rich boy. He doesn't know how commissions work.
Look, I can hoot and holler all I want, but that will never make me an owl like him, okay?
You gotta stop hollering. That's not what owls do.
Look, I try and just hoot, but it also sounds real hollow.
I
Well,
bet I could get
that's
a.
because you're hooting hollow.
I bet if you pissed off an owl enough, it would holler.
Probably pissed on
okay.
an owl enough.
Tangential owl talk. I recently started listening to a bit of a Mouse Guard actual play, and through it I realized the fact through them explaining it. The fact that an owl, if you were that size, is the fucking most terrifying thing in the world. It's basically a dragon that doesn't breathe fire but is a stealth bomber.
Yeah, no, that's the thing about Mouse Guard. When you're that size, everything's fucking terrifying.
But it's a stealth bomber dragon. Like, it's completely silent and just descends upon you and eats you and your family.
Other things that are well, I mean, it also makes actually terrifying things more terrifying.
Like scorpions.
Yeah, scorpions are fucking crabs. There's a fucking in the comic there is a Mouse Guard story where one of the members of the guard has to sacrifice themselves so the other guards can escape some fucking crabs.
Look, okay, maybe that dude should have checked his sexual partners first before worrying about his partners, okay?
How are you feeling it, Mr. Krabs?
Oh yeah, Mr. Krabs.
Let's see.
I will admit, though, at Mouse Guard scale, everything becomes pretty intense. Fucking, like, a deer, even. A deer can do things, you know?
Wow,
A deer can step on you.
Yeah, no, that's the thing. I think one of the higher level threats is like moose. And the thing is, it's only a lower level threat than wolves because it will devastate your village accidentally.
So Matt, when is the Tales from the Woods campaign? When are we elaborating on many mighty rodent stories and gnomes? Please enlighten us. all the excited consumers.
I would rather play a good game than rewrite Tales of the Wood.
What do you, a good game like Tales from the Woods?
Special ingredient I need to make my miracle dish.
There's only ever been one game.
Excuse me for having stated that. I need to go scrub myself in like a sanctified salt bath to purify myself from the words I
Yeah,
have
good,
just uttered.
good games. Tales of the Wood.
Tales from the Wood.
Tales from the Wood and Tales from
Also,
the
I'm
Wood.
just realizing this guy does not have a mustache. He's just braided his nose hair.
Yeah, just like as exampled in that Sublime RPG, Tales from the Wood.
Tales from the Wood, and also,
Tales from the Wood.
Yeah, good job, Charlie. Thanks for thinking of Tales from the Wood.
no, there's another game that's also good. I just can't think of the name.
Yeah, Tales from the Wood. Thank you. I will, full fucking honesty though.
Riffs! That's what I was thinking of, Riffs!
Oh god, riffs from the woods, thank you. But Matt, if you ever deign for even a moment to run Tales from the Woods again, I am fucking jumping on that bandwagon. Holy shit. Like, it's
Also Mouse Guard, if you want to run a good game.
No, who needs to run a good game? Tales from the Woods, you need to run an excellent game. But seriously, I'm all on that.
Or, also Dead Earth.
Oh yeah, definitely a good game with my condensed moisture frog steam bath.
Yeah, Greg, if you're ever gonna run that.
Yeah, Greg, up until now, I haven't seen shit. What you gonna do? I don't think he watches Dark Cloud 2.
He watches everything.
Also not...
Everybody watches Dark Cloud 2.
Of course, yeah, the universe watches Dark
Including
Cloud 2.
you, Mr. President.
Thank you for noticing us, Mr. Trump, by the way. Fuck you.
He's probably... I mean...
And now we're shut down. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, Matt. I
No,
didn't
I was
mean
gonna
to do
say,
this.
you think he's gonna be the president by the time this comes out? He's already speedrunning the Nixon administration.
I will note, Greg, the Greg who's hearing this, and probably not the other Greg. This is not you, Greg. This is the other Greg.
Alright, so we're combining Runaway Dragon, Parasol, and Fan.
If that was
To make a
confusing as hell, please understand. It was supposed to be.
idea R.
Riffs, of course.
So are we gonna try and make
Tales
some
from the
kind of
Riffs,
like...
of course, what we were looking for.
Are we gonna try and make some kind of ornithopter?
Look, okay, a 0-2 flyer isn't gonna do
And
as much
here's
work
me
here.
looking it up, I think. But yeah,
This
I guess
Chinese
that demos
restaurant
the
is no
fact if you
workshop.
get 2 out of the 3, like, you're like, I'm trying to make something here. It'll tell you if you got 2 things together.
Imagine the misery of trying to brute force fucking recipes in this game. So
That'd be rough.
there aren't many games where I suggest your first run through you use a walkthrough. But when it comes to inventing and photos, I really heavily recommend Dark Cloud
At least the
2.
game, though, does give you, the books that tell you straight up.
It tells you some of them, but there's so fucking many.
Yeah.
There's a lot of ideas.
The idea of the game is experiment, and you'll create some things on your own, but you're combining 3 ideas, and they're often really tangential and using its own internal moon logic. Just seriously,
Yeah,
save
well, I
yourself
mean,
the time,
it's
look up an FAQ, buy yourself a strategy guide, one of those.
I mean, it's like the old
isn't
school...
the first thing we invent, don't we strap a pipe to a milk jug with a barrel and that makes a battery?
No. We look at some jugs, as teenage boys want to do. We look at some pipes, and then we look at
as a teenage boys want to do.
Yeah, exactly. And we look at the.
We look at some jugs. Then we grab a barrel and we put one hand on a belt and put one hand on a pipe.
See, we don't need to worry about barrels because exactly what we're looking at is a man's crotch for his belt, who's flashing us those peace signs for his sweet, sweet picture that we're gonna hold on to as a teenage boy, so we can invent things with.
Dad, I'm busy in my room. Dad, I can't come out now. I'm busy in my room inventing.
I'm busy inventing.
I'm building a robot. Shh.
I'm just staring at Jugs while tightly grabbing this belt.
I'm mixing.
Wow, that is... okay, wow.
He's busy inventing.
I can't think of many things more sonically unpleasant than this.
Welcome to our ASMR Dark Cloud run through.
Or ASMR of inventing.
Yeah. Confident, sensual Max gives you tips on inventing.
Oh yes, we got that kinder, gentler machine gun
is here to
hand.
support you in your inventing. Yeah, no, machine gun arm is one of the first ones that actually, like, is a real range weapon. My absolute favorite one is the first, like, homing missile launcher you can get, which you can have by this point in the game, but machine gun arm is a very real option. Worth noting, range ride pod is fucking insane. Like, to be utterly blunt, range ride pod will deal so much
Also, by the way, I
damage.
haven't pointed this out, but that church worships the Hedron.
Yeah,
Look,
I noticed that
alright.
there was just a giant arrowhead there.
May the Eldrazi never blight upon this plane.
Yeah, and I noticed that I noticed when we were playing earlier that even with melee, the ride pod is very good at circle strafing. So I'm guessing with some machine guns, it will be
When you can start
unstoppable.
firing from over the cavern canyon walls, you're going to be excellent.
Oh yeah, Over the Cavern Wall, my favorite Cartoon Network original series.
Artisanally made. Anyway, good night, Internet.
Free
Good night,
trade cartoons.
Bum, 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 bum.